Everyone, my name's Courtney Birmingham. I am our talent acquisition manager here for MarketStar. So what that means is my team gets to hire really great people like all of you who are interested in potentially joining the company here. So Devin is joining me today. And Devin, do you want to introduce yourself and a little bit about what you do here at MarketStar?
Yeah, for sure. I'm happy to be here. I actually not too long ago was in the same position as a lot of you guys. I was a student not too long ago, and after graduating, I was able to get a job here, and so far it has been amazing. I work on the recruiting team as the marketing specialist for the team, and so I do a lot of online social media ads for the team to try to encourage people to apply to work here. Yeah, and that's basically what I do.
Awesome. Well, we'll ask to have you guys pop any questions that you might have along the way. As Alicia said, Devin will be manning the chat, so I can take you guys through our presentation today. So if you have any questions, any thoughts, comments, please add them in the chat. And maybe just to get the chat going, if you all want to pop in where you're joining from, whether it's a remote location. I think Alicia had mentioned a lot of you guys are from the Bay Area. I grew up in the Bay Area, so that's home to me. But if you guys want to pop in the chat where you're joining from, that'd be awesome. And we will get straight into it. So first off, I'll take you through who is MarketStar. So MarketStar is a company that does outsource sales, marketing, and customer success solutions. So don't think of us as an offshored contact center, but a company who represents top or tech or SaaS-based brands here. So we have over 40 different brands that we represent. You'll see some brands here, some logos on your screen. Some of those, like I said, those are your top household tech or SaaS-based brands. So Google, Facebook, Pinterest, Pandora Radio, Reddit, Microsoft, HP, Intel, Slack. A lot of really cool companies come here to MarketStar. So another thing we're really proud of is we're back-to-back champions of the top places to work in 2019, 2020 as well, and 2021 coming for that one too. So our employees love working at MarketStar because our company gives you a unique experience to be able to grow your career, but also work for some really spectacular brands. So it looks really awesome to be able to put some of these brands, these logos on your resume as you're entering into the workforce and really learning how to develop your skill set, whether that's in sales or marketing, account management, customer success, just some areas to mention there. So I want to take each of you through our 6 values so you can really understand what's important to us as the company here at MarketStar. I think this will paint a really great picture for you of the type of company we are and how we represent ourselves in our vertical. So our first value that I want to take you guys through is all in every day. So what that means to us is we put in our best effort and we work with purpose. Our second value is creativity that impacts. So we foster a safe environment where we take smart risks and we collaborate to solve problems. So what that means is it's okay to fail. We love ideas and we want you to come forward with those, and we'll try just about anything to see if we can solve those problems. The third is leaders who amplify. So our leaders here, they behave with integrity, they lead with clarity, and they speak with candor. So that means they speak with honesty and they speak with care as well. Our fourth is masters of our craft. So we're relentless learners who constantly expand our expertise. We want to consistently and constantly get better at what we do here at MarketStar. We're never done learning and expanding that skill set that we have. The fifth is we care. So here at MarketStar, we care about you. We care about your career, we care about your family, and we care about your communities. We do a lot of community service projects. We're not only a Utah-based company, but we are a global company. We have offices nationally and internationally, and we do days of service in our offices and in areas where MarketStar employees represent our different brands. And the last value here is you belong. So everyone who accepts and lives these 6 values, you'll find belonging and purpose here at MarketStar. So I wanted to quickly walk you through those 6 values, just so, like I said, you can understand what's really important to us as a company, and I think understand what we care about here. So next, I want to talk to you guys about what opportunities we have and how we can help you create growth in your career. So MarketStar specializes in hiring people from diverse and unique backgrounds. We have many different training programs and leadership teams to help you guide and shape your career in the way that actually fits best for you. So we have openings that range from entry-level sales roles to tenured account executives, sales managers, sales enablement, sales operations managers, and senior leadership roles as well. So like I said, we really have the full gamut of opportunities here at MarketStar. So if you're not too sure about where you think you'd fit in our organization, even there, we still want you to apply. We'd love to have what we call a discovery call here to learn more about you, your career, what you're passionate about, and our recruiting team. They'll help align you with the best team and the best opportunity that matches what you might be looking for, even if you don't know what that is. We know how to, get those skills out of you and be able to pinpoint what would work best for you in your career. So, okay, I know we sound pretty great, but let me really sell this for you. I want to talk through some really cool benefits that we offer here at MarketStar. I would say some of our benefits are top of the line, and I'm really excited about them. We just rolled out some new ones not too long ago, probably a couple months ago, with our new benefits package. So our amazing benefits package includes medical, dental, vision coverage. We have HSA accounts, as many of you know. That's a alternative vehicle basically for retirement. We give about 4.5 weeks of PTO, and we actually want you to use that. We encourage you to take the time off. Our CEO is really passionate about, we have a use it or lose it policy, and I know that can be scary to some people, but we really do push and encourage you to use that time off and disconnect from work. Don't check your email, don't engage, enjoy that time off doing whatever it is outside of work that you want to do. On top of all of that PTO that we have 7 paid holidays. We also have paid family medical leave, so paid FMLA, mental health resources as well, because work's tough, life is tough too. We want to make sure that we're there with you. We have a 401k policy. We match up to 4%. My favorite policy here, it could or could not be applicable to you, but we pay your childcare expenses up to $5,000 a year. So that's your daycare costs, your after school costs, anything that it costs to keep your kids engaged and busy while you're at work and busy and not available to be there. We'll pay up to $5,000 a year for that. So that really helps for working parents to be able to be connected back into the workforce. We also want to pay your tuition or your education costs. So we will reimburse you for that too, up to $4,000 a year. The cool part about our tuition or education reimbursement is it's not only your base fees for school. So I know a lot of companies will pay that base tuition, right? We'll help pay for books. We'll help pay for those fees, those course exam fees, all of those little things that add up that a lot of other companies maybe may not pay for. And then lastly, we also offer life and disability insurance as well. So to me, that's a pretty killer benefits package. I know which one's my favorite. I shared it with you guys. But if you guys want to maybe pop in the chat, I'd love to hear from each of you what your favorite or what resonates best with you or what's most attractive to you about our benefits package. All right, so I want to talk to you guys about how MarketStar approaches diversity and what that means to us here and how we're actually getting involved. So our CEO, Keith Titus, says it really well here. So I can affirmatively make one commitment to every employee, client, and our community that MarketStar will be a place of inclusion, safety, and diversity. So that's awesome. Keith's passionate about it, right? But how are we actually doing that instead of just talking about it, right? I think a lot of companies just talk about their diversity and inclusion strategies, but what are they actually doing to put boots on the ground and actually get involved, get their hands dirty? So here are some things I'm going to walk you through about what we actually do to walk the walk on this one. So we're a worldwide business. We have operations in over 60 different countries, and we represent over 25 different languages here at MarketStar. We have a really awesome group here called MarketStar Women in Business, and this employee resource group, or ERG, is open to all women and allies. So the mission here is to amplify the women of MarketStar to pursue their goals by creating opportunity, providing support, developing skills, and building confidence. The next one I want to walk you through is the career events that we do with minority groups. Oops, sorry, I skipped too many slides. My bad. So MarketStar partners with local and national minority organizations to provide career fairs, resume workshops, mock interview and mock interviews to underrepresented minorities. I also think that our employee benefits package allows us to attract people of diverse backgrounds. So we offer child care assistance and tuition reimbursement. So this helps working parents get adequate care for their children, and then ambitious employees to get the education they need to move up in their career. We want you to move up. We want to push you to that promotional path that you've been longing for, and we'll help pay the way for you to get there. So I also want to talk through our Latino entrepreneurship program as well. So MarketStar is partnered with a local university here in Utah. It's called Weber State University and SWOWSO to provide funding and training to bolster entrepreneurialism among Latinos in our community here. And then lastly, I want to talk through some numbers. So how we actually hire minorities and how that's represented in our workforce at MarketStar. So hiring racial minorities is up 24% year to date, while hiring women is up 19% year to date. So I wanted to share some of those things with you. So overall, we're busy getting in the weeds and not just talking about diversity. We really care about diversity and the initiatives here about how our company gets involved. So lastly, to make sure we have enough room for questions at the end, I want to thank you for talking with us today a little bit about MarketStar. I hope you've enjoyed getting to know us, what our company stands for. As Alicia had mentioned, we'd love to answer your questions. Devin and I will field some of those as they come through in the chat. So please pop your questions in the chat. I know you're not able to voice those questions in, and we're happy to address them as they might come in.
Yeah, thank you very much, Courtney. That's a lot of really good info. Yeah, everyone, feel free to just drop your questions in the chat and we'll answer them as they come in. If we're able to, we'll get to some of the questions that we had in the previous info session that we didn't have time to get to. And then I'm just going to say a reminder, if you're interested in working at MarketStar, the best way to get in contact is you can apply on Fairstream's jobs tab. Just go to one of the jobs that interest you. If you're from out of state, find one that says remote. You can apply there and we'll have a recruiter contact you. You can go directly to our careers page and look through all of our listings and apply through there. Or if you're not sure maybe what job is a best fit for you, but you're still interested in working at MarketStar, you can connect with me on LinkedIn and feel free to just send me your resume and we can figure out what is the best option for you.
Great call out there, Devin, as far as people and their next actions here. So definitely connect with us on LinkedIn. You can feel free to connect with myself. Again, my name is Courtney Birmingham. You'll see how that's spelled just below my face here on the Zoom box. Send me over a LinkedIn connection request. Devin will get you to the right person on our team if you have specific questions about specific openings. But overall, we'd love to connect with you. We have opportunities that come up all the time. Currently, we have over 100 open positions. Not all of those are remote. Many of them are, but feel free to stay connected with those as we're launching new brands every month. And a lot of those opportunities that are coming in here to MarketStar are remote opportunities as well.
Cool. Courtney, one of the questions that's come in that I think a lot of these folks have the same question is what do our internship opportunities look like? And I'll go ahead and try to answer it, and then maybe you can add some more insight.
Yeah, go ahead.
I know that MarketStar does do internships sometimes, and I would say probably the best way is if you don't see an internship on the jobs tab or on our careers page that applies to you, just connect with me on LinkedIn and send me your resume. And maybe if you even have an idea of what skill set you could bring to the table, we can see if there's an internship that would be a fit for you.
That's awesome. That's perfect, Devin.
Cool. Ted, I hope that that answered your question. Let's see here. So somebody wants to know, I think a lot of people are wondering what the remote work is like. I think a lot of these folks are from California. What would working remotely look like?
Yeah, that's a great question. So working remotely for MarketStar, what we would do is your onboarding would be fully virtual. We'll ship you all of your equipment and your peripherals. So your mouse, your keyboard, your headset, whatever you need to be functioning for your job, we'll ship that out to you. And all of your training, like I said, will be virtual. So we do that dependent on the client and which systems they use, either Zoom or Google Meets to be able to get you up and functioning, learning the materials, connecting with your team, connecting with your manager, and doing some side by sides there.
Cool. Natalie is wondering, what is the interview process like? And if you can, just expand what our whole hiring process looks like.
Yeah, great question, Natalie. So our interview process is dependent on the different types of positions we have here. As the position is more tenured in your experience and what we're looking for, the interview process can be a little bit longer. But in short, what our process looks like is we have an application from somebody who's interested in MarketStar, like you, Natalie, would apply to an open position here. Our recruiters will review your resume and reach out to you to set up a phone interview. Typically, that phone interview is anywhere 15 to 30 minutes in your initial screening. If we think you'd be a great fit for the opportunity and you mutually think we'd be a great fit for where your career path wants to go, what we'll do is set you up for a hiring manager interview. So what you'll do is actually meet with somebody who could be your next manager. They'll walk you through some more granular steps of what that role actually looks like. So the day-to-day, what your metrics might look like, what you're responsible for, what are your goals, how do you interact with the client, and how do you sell or market, advertise, whatever your role might be, provide customer success support, manage the accounts that you have or expand those accounts. They'll talk, like I said, on a more granular level with you about that and your background, your experience, how those things will work well together. From there, if the interview goes really well, which probably would, what would happen is we would extend an offer and hopefully have you come join our MarketStar team.
Perfect. Thanks, Courtney.
Yeah.
Emilio has a question about benefits. He says, these are great benefits. I was wondering if you offered supplemental insurance or if you plan to in the future. Also, not sure if you covered this specifically, but is there a wait period for the benefits, particularly health insurance?
Great question on the wait period. Supplemental insurance. So yes, if you'd like, we offer a basic package on that life insurance, as I had mentioned. So if you'd like additional life insurance, we do offer some of those things additionally on top of that for yourself, for your family, any dependents that you have. Our waiting period for those benefits to kick in, we just shortened this, so really excited about this one. They start on the first of the month after you've started working with us. So say you started working with us today, we hired you and you started today, your benefits would kick in on June 1st. If you got hired on June 3rd, your benefits wouldn't kick in until July 1st. So like I said, it's the first of the month after you've worked here.
Yeah, and just to expound a little bit, I know that MarketStar offers a basic package of life and disability insurance that's free to all employees, but then there is a plan in place that you can buy more if that's something that you're interested in.
Thanks, Devin.
The next question on here is, Andrea is wondering, if working remotely, does your salary adjust based on the cost of living in your area?
Great question, Andrea. So we do our salary adjustments, yes, based on the living areas that we do recruit from. So we do take those things into consideration when making offers.
Oh, perfect. I think a lot of people are interested in what clients that we work with. Can you maybe highlight, Courtney, some of the clients that we work a lot with and just talk about those teams and programs a little bit?
Yeah, I can talk through maybe what they do. Let's see if I can scroll in the right direction. I scrolled in the wrong direction, but I'll scroll back to our client side. So here's some of the brands that we represent. This isn't an all-inclusive page of what we do, but I'll walk through some of what we do here. So our Dropbox client, we offer B2B sales services for Dropbox. Grammarly, I don't know if anybody's ever used Grammarly before, a really awesome platform that integrates with your emails or your writing to make sure you're grammatically correct. Pinterest, we do advertising sales. So we sell ad space on the Pinterest platform. Think of that in the same way that a business would choose to advertise, call it Instagram, Facebook, or Google nowadays. We're getting them set up on the Pinterest platform. One thing to note here as I go through maybe some more of these clients is that all of our clients are B2B clients. So we don't work directly with customers. We work with other businesses offering these solutions. Our Reddit platform is also advertising sales. Google Waze, this little happy guy smiley face, this Google Waze product is also advertising sales. So kind of a full gamut here of what we offer. Google, we have a couple of different varieties or I would say product lines that we work with Google. Google Workspace, that's basically their Microsoft Office suite, right? So Google offers Google Meet, Google Sheets, Google Docs, and we work with businesses to have that as their main platforms that they use instead of, like I said, Word, PowerPoint, or things like that. So we sell those solutions to businesses on behalf of the customers, I should say.
Thank you. One of the questions that we weren't able to get to at the last info session, people were wondering kind of how our pay structure works, because they know that sales is, you know, a lot of it is like a incentive based, and then there's like an hourly wage. So can you touch on that a little bit, Courtney?
Great question, Devin. So yeah, working in sales can be really variable, right? We have pay for performance models on some of our teams, and some of our teams are more salary or hourly based with more of a capped upside. So it's very dependent per client, but some of our clients, as I had mentioned, we have base pay and commission structures on all of them. So that base pay can be a higher guarantee with a capped upside. I'll say our Pinterest team, they're one of our teams that has an uncapped commission structure. So a lot of our individuals who may be newer or entry level in their career, right, in sales and marketing and advertising, they come in, learn Pinterest, learn the ads platform, and be able to learn a lot about the industry here. Within their first, I would say, 9 to 12 months with us, our top 10% of these individuals are regularly earning almost six figures in these types of roles, so 70K plus. With that bonus. So there's a lot of opportunity for you to control your paycheck if sales is something that's really motivating to you. We also, like I said, represent clients in other spaces. So account management or customer success, if being a proactive salesperson maybe just isn't your thing and what you're passionate about, you care more about problem solving, processes or things like that. Like I said, we have more of that what you could call guaranteed pay in some of the different roles. Most of our leadership roles, I'll also touch on those too. You have a performance-based bonus that's dependent on your team's performance. So there's a true incentive for you to be a leader who amplifies. Like I said, that's one of our values. So making sure that you're doing your coachings, your one-on-ones, meeting with your team, understanding what motivates them and how to get your hands dirty to be able to help them reach their goals too.
Thank you for clarifying that. Aaron has a question about training. He says, what training programs does MarketStar have to help set their employees up for success?
Great question, Erin. So we have a variety of different training programs. You can enroll yourself in whatever you feel like is most beneficial for you. So we have some really cool, what we call sales engineering programs. If going into more of a technical sale is something that you're passionate about, we have, like I said, our sales engineering program. We have a leadership program here called Next Gen, where we go through a 6-week leadership training program where you're selected to be a part of a group to learn about how to transition from maybe being in an individual contributor role, right? You're just a rep or you're working as an account manager and you're passionate about leading people, but you've never actually had a one-on-one or led a coaching session, right? Or had to deliver maybe some difficult feedback or have a difficult conversation. We take you through those trainings before we actually place you in the seat of doing that job so that you feel like you have the skills to be successful to do that. So that's just a couple of the different training programs that we have here. I hope that kind of answers your question, Erin.
Yeah, I think that was a good answer. Thanks, Courtney. Let's see, a question from Rogelio. Do you all have a methodology when taking on the role of sales? I think it means like just what is our sales process like, and maybe expound on that a little bit.
Yeah, great question. We do have a MarketStar sales process. We call it our 4-step sales process. I am not trained on our 4-step sales process, but it's something that we teach in each of our trainings. One thing to consider though is, here at MarketStar, we've been in business for over 30 years, being successful for a lot of these really top technology, like I said, or SaaS-based companies. But not only do we have the expertise here at MarketStar, but a lot of these companies do too, right? They have developed sales processes and sales trainings that they've proven to be successful. So here at MarketStar, we have a really unique culture of taking what's been successful for, call it a Pandora radio, and taking the knowledge that we have here at MarketStar for doing business for 30 years and blending that sales approach to teaching you what the process would be for your maybe specific client product. So we have, like I said, a basic 4-step sales process that we teach you about, but we also take what the client teaches, and as if you were hired directly for Pandora Radio, their trainings and how they teach you to do sales there, we teach you that as well.
Perfect. I think that's a good answer. I'm going to throw this out there again, just in case some of you might have missed it in the beginning of the chat. We also have a Facebook group that's open to the public called Developing a Career in Professional Sales. If you're somebody that's interested in a career in sales, or maybe you're not sure if you're interested in a career in sales, it's a really good resource for you to be able to get on and learn more about what it's like to work in sales and to learn more what you need to do to be successful and then get a job in sales. We talk about things like sales skills. We talk about how to tweak your resume to be more geared towards a sales job and how to perform well in a sales interview. Let's see here. And then maybe we have time for just maybe 1 or 2 more questions. Let's see. One of the questions that we didn't get to from before, Courtney, are what are the values that stick out most to us?
The values that stick out most to us. I'm going to go to our values slide so that I can walk you through which ones that stick out most to us. Honestly, a lot of these resonate really well with me. Being a leader, I would say leaders who amplify is really important to me. I care a lot about making sure that my team feels valued and that they feel my support. I want them to understand that I speak with candor, right? So speaking with care, but also being honest with my team and delivering areas of opportunity. Sometimes as a leader, you have to have those difficult conversations. And like I said, we do that and speak clearly with integrity and drive those conversations with data and results. We reward success, and here at MarketStar, we're a company, I would say, especially our team here, Devin could probably attest to this, we like to celebrate our wins. So when we've done something and we're proud of it, we celebrate and we recognize each other. And we do a little bit of humble bragging as well. We want to make sure that others understand how successful we've been.
Nice. I'd say maybe the one that sticks out to me the most is we care. Just it means a lot to me to know that my employer really does care about myself and my family's well-being. And, and I feel like once my basic needs are really taken care of, that I'm able to show up to work and really provide my best work. And so that kind of creates a sense of loyalty that is hard to replicate without actually caring. Let's see here. I think we're down to the last minute, so I'm just going to go ahead and reiterate, if you're interested in working here, please connect with me on LinkedIn and send me your resume, or apply on the Fairstream app or on our careers page. If you have any questions at all that we didn't get to, please feel free to send them to me via message on Fairstream or on LinkedIn. Courtney, did you have anything that you wanted to add?
No, I just wanted to thank you all for spending some time with us this evening. And I hope you enjoyed getting to know us, what our company really stands for, our values, our purpose of creating growth. Devin and I really loved answering your questions questions, feel free to connect with us on LinkedIn afterwards. If you'd like to continue the conversation, we'd love to continue that relationship with each of you.
Cool. Thanks, Courtney, and
Awesome.
thanks, Alicia.
Yeah, thank you so
you.
much to Devin and Courtney for being here with MarketStar and handling their whole session and being so put together. We really appreciate that. And like they said, you can hit the jobs button or the apply button below the video feed to see open positions with MarketStar. And you can reach directly to Devin if you hit the network button on Fairstream, or head over to LinkedIn to connect with him. They have some great resources, and they have so many positions to fill, a lot of different roles and a variety of work, remote and otherwise. So thank you so much to MarketStar and Devin and Courtney. This wraps up the YearUp Career Fair for today on Fairstream. We are so appreciative to everyone for tuning in, coming to these sessions, learning about the companies, being active in the chat, asking questions and everything else. So thank you so much and have a wonderful day.